Hey folks, welcome back to Whiskey Wednesday. Tonight, it is Knob Creek. This is nothing special. It is the normal, straight up 100 proof. If it don't get you there, then whew, I would not want to be your liver. So, I've got it on my ice here, got it on the big cube, letting it mellow a bit, because I cannot do Knob Creek neat. It's a little bit spicy for me. Need to kind of back down a little bit. So we mellow it with some ice. It smells good though. Knob Creek always has a nice oaky flavor. My two biggest takeaways on Knob Creek are you can taste the cask and the sweetness of it. And those two things, and then there's that, it's got that good burn on the way down. So if you're looking for something that's got a nice woody flavor, especially coming into the fall and into the winter, this is a very nice campfire whiskey. Sit down by your fire, pour yourself a nice glass of this, let it mellow a little bit. In my opinion, maybe you're a neat person, and for you, kudos. But enjoy the flavor of that oak, especially while you're smelling wood smoke. Oh, that just makes the evening go by so nice. One or two of those, you'll be ready for bed. Knob Creek. Only aged 9 years, but man, it still gets the nice flavor from that cask. Highly encourage you all to try it. This also would go very well with any type of red meat. It's just something a little bit heavier than chicken or fish. You know, you want maybe a pork loin or steak, beef stew, and even the thicker of the dishes that you can make with red meat, this will cut through all the gravy, all the fat, and you'll still get a great flavor. So highly recommend it for that. Well, it is fall. Leaves are changing, the temperature is getting nice, and I am excited to play. I work 3/4 of the year, so that for this quarter of the year, I just get to play. I've been daddying the hell out of things. I've been husbanding the hell out of things. I've been cleaning for my wife, which I don't mind cleaning. But we clean and organize an organization with her things, or with not just her things, but with communal spaces that she doesn't want messy, like the garage. God, I hate that. I've done all of that so that I can have some free time to just hunt and be in the woods and go back to where I feel I was meant to be. And I am excited to start that tomorrow. Until then, I'm going to have a whiskey. But what does all that have to do with my ramble? Make sure, for me, I feel like I have to build up a little bit of good credit so I can go and play. That's actually not the case. My wife will let me go hunt and fish whenever I want to. But I feel guilty if I don't have some effort put in prior to my playtime. I still teach my kids how to hunt, teach them how to fish. And that's great, but that's not relaxing. That's not me going to the field and just having my own personal private space. And that's what I look forward to the most. So I'm excited to get back and play, get out and do some work in the field. God, that's just good stuff. So I go and, for me, to make sure that I enjoy my time in the field, I put that a little extra effort in throughout the year to where I don't feel guilty. I'm not sitting in the tree stand or the duck blind thinking of all the things that I should have done or that I could be using that same time on when I'm waiting for a deer or a duck. And again, those things aren't put on me by Dana. That's not the case. Those are my own personal hangups. And one thing that I've been working on for the last 2 years is giving myself permission to go out and have fun, you know, and not give myself a timeline. Anybody who's a hunter or fisherman, time is kind of a fluid thing. It's whenever the sun is up to whenever the sun goes down. And most of us are hustling to make it out to wherever we want to start the day in the dark hours of the morning. So we can't say, hey, I'm going to be back at such and such a time. I'll be back at 10. No, I'm not going to be back at 10. That's when the second flight of birds come in. You don't know. And being able to communicate that with my wife to where she understands when I go to have fun, it's a full day. My full day of fun is no different than her full day of fun. And we've been very gracious at giving each other that space and time to do it. And that really makes your marriage enjoyable. It makes coming back and sharing whatever was fun for you. My wife loves to thrift. Like, there is nothing better than her getting like 17 plates for 25 cents a piece. She loves that. And to get that, she may go to 17 different thrift shops and find one plate at each store. But at the end of the day, she's happy, and it was a fun adventure for her. It was a treasure hunt. My treasure hunting is deer and duck and pheasants and quail and being in the woods. So when we give each other permission to go and have that undisrupted time, total freedom, apart from each other, when the two of us get back together, we get to share our adventure story for the day. And being on the receiving end of that adventure story, when she tells me about thrifting, she's so excited. I get excited about her hunt. And the same is true for her. She doesn't necessarily care whether or not I got anything, but seeing the excitement on my face when I've had a great experience in the woods is just as good for her as if she had done it herself. Don't forget to give yourself permission to play. And if you can't, a little of this 100 proof, a little whiskey will always help.